Yo, appreciate all you guys joining us as we come here on the Blitz. And look, we got one more topic for you really quickly. Those of you that heard, Russell Wilson to the Giants. We also know James Winston, Mr. Hope, EDW, Hope, Mr. EDW, is also
You
to
got to
New
do that
York.
sound effect again.
Hope, EDW, Hope. So look, hey,
We
Russell
all eat
Wilson,
Popeye's chicken
he's
Yeah.
together.
so
Single
good.
tear, single tear. I mean, I swear, my man was about to cry at the moment that Popeyes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
Yo, James is doing it, man. Hey, he in the Big Apple, so you know he about to take a bite out of that Big
Yeah.
Apple, baby. You
Sure.
know it is. But look, Russell being in the Giants. Because what are y'all's thoughts about Russell with the Giants? Musador said Sierra's hubby signing with New York, so he can keep JW on the sideline until Week 5. James Winston is talking about. Oh yeah,
I what do I think about Russell Wilson signing with the Giants?
Yes.
I'm not exactly sure what to think of Russ. He's also another player that is no longer in the prime of his years. I don't know. I mean, I think he could. Honestly, I think he could do. He could do just as well staying where he was with Pittsburgh. Not saying that the choice was up to him, but he could do just as well staying in Pittsburgh as he's going to do in New York. And I hope that he understands that he's not on the West Coast in Seattle where the fans are maybe not as rabid as they are in New York. Uh, New York is a sports town that will love you 1 second and hate you the next. Going back to the previous player we were discussing, remember when he signed with the Jets and how everybody was like, "Oh man, this might be it. This might be the year." Hey, look, Fireman Joe was so excited about discount double check coming from New York that he came out of retirement and was like, "Yeah, I'm going back to retirement." So I I'm just saying they come out better. They come out better probably starting Tommy Cutlets, I think. I'm joking.
probably. I think they
I,
signed him.
I'm joking.
I'm joking, but well. Let me fix that. Maybe I'm not. Just from the standpoint of DeVito is younger, is a younger player, probably in a little. He's still in his prime. He might not have the level of skill that Russ had at his peak,
Right. At that
but
age, right.
he's a younger player in his prime that's got age on his side. Like Russ
Mm.
is eventually going to go out there and do something indicative of a guy that is no longer in the prime of his pro football years. So I don't know. I'm not saying Russ is not a good quarterback. It's just it's kind of watching Russ continue to play, oh God, watching discount double check continue to play is
Mhm.
kind of reminiscent of watching a certain other player continue to play when they left Indy and went to Denver. I mean, he still had some great years, but definitely was not the
Don't
player that
care.
he was
Yeah.
in his youth. So
Yeah.
this is we're watching this play out again.
Yeah. Well, because it's not that it's curious to me. I get it. Russell was one of the last few quarterbacks out there, but this puzzles me in the sense of what are the Giants' plans then? Because with your third pick, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Shador Sanders to the Giants," right? A lot of people have speculated that or said that or think that that's the way they could go. But it's like, so now you got Wilson, you got the guy, the famous reporter from the Super Bowl. And you do, as far as I know, still have Tommy DeVito on the roster.
Yeah,
So
he re-signed a couple of
yeah,
weeks
so
ago, one
I
year deal.
mean, you've got three quarterbacks over there, and again, I understand maybe none of them have the upside that a rookie contract or all that has. I mean, you've already got Russ for 2 years, like you said. Jameis got a 1 year, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
So it's just, what are they doing in New York? Like, you already gave away Saquon last year, and you look like the dumpster fire of the league. Are they going to pull another move like that and look like the dumpster fire of the league this year? Like, what are they doing in New York? I'm kind of curious because I'm trying to figure out what your plan is there in New York. Because
It could,
again, well, go ahead. Don't go ahead, Andy. What? It could be what? I want to hear
I
this.
think it could be entirely possible. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
you traded away the man that wound up damn near
Won the Super
breaking.
Bowl. Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl. He damn near won the single season, broke the single season rushing record. He was in the finals for league. Did he? Who was he? Offensive player of the year? I forgot. I don't follow. I mean, I follow those, but then I don't retain that information until football season because then I know Sean's going to ask for. Sean's gonna be like, he's gonna send me a message later, like, "Hey, watching the rerun. He was not the rookie of the year. He's been in the league 3 years. I'm not dogging. I'm not dogging you, brother. I'm just saying, like Sean, like,
who's the player?
I just made that up out of thin air. Yeah, that's just random.
I was looking it up right now. Like, hold on, what?
Exactly. So, right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the thing is that they gave that guy away.
Yeah,
and
you did.
It doesn't look like they made any changes in their front office. So are they doing it again?
Right. I got to wonder about that.
You now have 3 quarterbacks on your roster, and the draft has not taken place yet. And there's some pundits saying maybe Shador might go there. Maybe they might bring Cam Ward there. What are they going to do? They're going to have to.
Cam Ward's not surviving the first 2. I think Tennessee's taking him now, but that's just my opinion.
But I'm just to make a point. Yeah, I'm just throwing names out there. Yeah. To make a point, I'm throwing names out there. So you draft somebody in the first round, you're going to have to pay first round rookie money. You got Russ on a 10-year guarantee. What is it? Not 10-year, 1 year, $10 million guaranteed, right? You got Jameis on a 1 year. And you got Tommy Cutlets on a 1 year.
Jameis is 2 for $8.
Jameis is 2 for 8. Okay. 2 years, $8 million. So Jameis is the only quarterback they have on the roster right now with longer than a year because Tommy only got a year. So they might be going for a rookie splash unless they're planning on waiting until next year. They're setting it up for next year.
Maybe. I mean, it just begs the question, like, what is going on in that New York management office? Like, what are you guys thinking? What are you doing? Because again, I get the allure of Shador Sanders and that sort of thing, but even if they take Shador, are you developing him with having Jameis and both? I mean, I understand having a veteran quarterback to like help a rookie, but do you really need 2 of them? Like, you need Jameis and Russ? Like I'm saying, to teach to.
Are we for sure they're getting a quarterback?
No, but I'm just saying that's been the rumor, and now I kind of feel like maybe that's not where they're going. Which is kind of my point. Like, you're not taking a quarterback now at 3 because you got 3 of them. Regardless of whether you think those 3 are going to win you any football games or not, you got 3 of them, and 2 of them are big veterans in this league. So it just puzzles me kind of why they did that. But again, more power to the Giants, and if they lose, 14 games, Sean will not be upset, so it's fine. Like it doesn't matter to me. But
I don't think I'm actually opposite. I don't think they're going to suck this year. I actually think
the Giants.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Russell's not. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he has fallen off somewhat, but they still went 6-5. They still were in the hunt. And if I'm not mistaken, did they make the playoff? No.
I don't think they made Steelers, yes. Yeah, they did.
With Russ there.
I'm still stuck on the Giants. My bad.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying Russell was at the Steelers and they made the playoffs with him. So he clear. I mean, as opposed to the Jets, who did not look good at all with Aaron. So we got to remember the Giants still got Malik Neighbors, who was close.
You got a stud receiver. They got a stud receiver, sure.
Yeah, they got pieces on the line. They have pieces on the defense. And for me personally, I think this is actually the best thing for them because you have stability now. We don't know what Stewart's going to be in the league when he comes in. So now you have Russ and now you have Jameis, 2 guys who have proven that they can win. Maybe not a Super Bowl as of late, but they can definitely win in this league. And when you have a situation like New York where everything is kind of dumpster fire, you need something who's going to be able to handle that attack of New York, which is Russ, because we know Russ is doing. What did Sean Payton say? He's spending all his time kissing babies, so he knows how to maneuver in the limelight with him and Sierra and all that. I think he might be. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl, but I think he might be a good fit at least for the time that he's there. To at least kind of level things out, I personally think they're gonna fight with some of us in the division because I'm not sold on Dallas. Philly lost a lot of players. And Washington, I still think we're gonna have a sophomore slump. So I think this division is gonna be a lot different. Yeah, we got the hardest schedule. We got one of the hardest schedules. So I think this year is gonna be a lot different. As far as in division, and I think the Giants have just made things a little bit more interesting. Now, I don't think this is the long-term thing at all, but I definitely think they just made things more interesting.
That's what I say. It just begs the question. Why I do wonder. I'm curious to now what they are going to do as far as the draft goes. I'd be interested to see what the Giants pull off at 3 there. See what happens.
Shall we?
Well, that's the thing. Because at running back, who are they doing? Like Devin Singletary and Tracy? That could be where Genty goes.
Well, that's the thing too. If they value him that much, right? They might take him at 3, like you said. That's very. I think it's, and again, you lost Saquon Barkley, so I don't. You might excite New York fans again if you did pull Genty at 3. You know what I'm saying? Like they may go, ooh, Malik Neighbors, Ashton Genty, Russell Wilson. It might not be a bad year after all, right? So as I said, if the Giants have a plan,
is that a need? Is that what they need? Because they have a pretty stud D line. I mean, maybe they want to juice up their defense. They have pieces. You know what I mean?
Right. I get what you're saying. Well, every team does. That's the thing. It's how do you incorporate them? A lot of teams have some kind. Everybody's got at least 1 or 2 guys that are really solid in terms of that. Everybody's got pieces. It's what you do to add to those pieces that matters. And the Giants just have to add to their pieces, as you said. So that's what I said. I'd be very curious to see what they pull off in this draft, especially with that 3rd pick, see where they go now, or whatever they're thinking. But yeah, it's again, for us,
they got 3rd pick in the 2nd round too. So these are 2 very high picks. And look, at the end of the day, one thing we will always get on the Giants for letting Saquon go.
Yeah, sure. That's going to stay for a while, right?
Right, but we also got to look at the money. Look at how much they got back. What are they able to do? It's easy to go look at the Saquon thing, just similar to looking at Matthew Stafford, meaning he left Detroit. Then it's like, oh, well, was it the Rams? Or was it Matthew going somewhere else? Or was it the fact that he was a Georgia guy?
Well, if you ask Candy, it said he was a Georgia guy. So that's, we know that one.
I'm surprised.
I am swimming on the other side of the lake today, and I am not chasing your bait, sir.
Oh, you're not gonna point at the 2 posters behind you and go, oh, what school did he go to again? Where was that gentleman from? Like, what did he do?
He's not outside. He's not going to the gym. If he was going to the gym, he'd have a conversation with you.
That's true. That's very true, isn't it? That's extremely true. We love you, buddy. We really do. Right, that's all I got. And I'm done. And I'm spent. There's enough right here. Point the poster. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. There you go.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think he's more apt to handle it than Aaron Rodgers is, just because
I think we proved that because Rodgers didn't handle it very well at all in New York. So I think you're probably right. I think Russ would handle it a lot better, and Aaron proved that he couldn't. And again, not to jump back on Aaron, but that just shows you, I think, where he's at and why he just needs to go.
I think it's close to that time, if not that time. So there it is, 37. It's slow and it's been a long day. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna head out of here. This has been the Blitz.